Here we have a BMW motherboard that came in for repair. Actually, it came in for a RAM swap. The customer brought in this board, which is the old board. He said there are some missing components on the board, including a missing component down here and some problem with this board. What he did is he bought another board, this one here, and he said he wants the RAM chip swapped, this one right here, the big chip, from here to the other board. I believe that's a 128 pin RAM chip. And if you noticed here, if you look here, you can tell we have this yellow component, the cap, but it's not found on this board. He pointed out to a few missing components on the board, and that's what he wants done. We're gonna swap the RAM chip. I'm looking at the new board the customer bought, and I see that the board is bent. That's the back layer of the board. I do not know if the board is working or not. I told the customer our job is to swap the RAM, regardless if that board works or not. Now, I've worked on a similar board in the past, and I did mention that the board is coated. There's a layer of coating over the board. It's an automotive board, and they coat it so it does not corrode. It does not get affected by liquid, by rain, humidity, and all that stuff. Before we start the video, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, PCBWay. PCBWay is a China Shenzhen-based PCB manufacturer and printed circuit board assembler with more than a decade in the field of PCB prototype and fabrication. They offer a wide variety of services, including 3D printing, CNC machining, sheet metal fabrication, and much more. PCBWay is committed to meeting all your PCB needs. They offer quality, on-time delivery, and competitive pricing. 1 to 2 layer boards starts at $5 with 24 hours turnaround. Get an instant quote by visiting PCBWay.com or click on the link below, and make sure to check them out. So when I made the last video working on a similar board, one of our viewers, he mailed over this bottle. I forgot the name of the viewer, but he mailed this bottle and he said to apply it over the coat. It's gonna remove it, and then we should be able to work on the chip. This is an MG Chemicals A310A Conformal Coating Stripper. I do not know how good this is, and I honestly do not know if we need to apply it, wait a few minutes, and then work on the board. I do not see any instructions. I do not see any directions. All I see is the name of the company, and that's it. I think we're gonna apply it, wait a few minutes, and see if this chemical is able to remove the conformal coating. One way to find out. I have not used it since the viewer mailed it in, but we're gonna try it now. Now, I thought this bottle would have some type of brush where I can just take it and brush on that chip, but it came like this. I'm gonna put some on a cotton swab, and I think we may have to mix it because I see some settling down at the bottom. I do not smell anything strong, but maybe not yet. So I applied some to a cotton swab, and let's see how it works. What, is it already working? Or is it my imagination? Yeah, it smells like acetone. Maybe it's acetone, or maybe it's a stronger version of acetone, or some other chemicals are involved. Who knows? What do you think? It dries quick. I mean, the chip was shiny before. Does that mean that the conformal coating is gone? Let me apply some alcohol and clean that chip. The alcohol made a mess. I'm using 99% isopropyl. And I think we still have conformal coating. Maybe I'm using it wrong. I mean, the least MG Chemicals could have done is one line of directions or instructions so we know what to do. Maybe instructions are found online, but I do not want to go look online right now. It shouldn't be rocket science to apply conformal coating stripper. Okay, I think that's enough MG Chemicals. Now, one thing we need to keep note of is pin number 1. So we have a small circle here, and we have a big one here. Just something I like to do. We do not want to solder that chip backwards. Otherwise, that car may fly instead of drive. Fume extractor on, hot air station on. We're gonna apply some flux. Maybe a combination of MG Chemicals and Amtech Flux will cause this board to explode. Who knows? But I'm used to it. How many aluminum caps that I have fly right at my face? How many times have I burned my hands, my fingers? I do not feel it anymore. What doesn't break you makes you stronger. So this chip we do not need. We need to get rid of it. And we have to be careful so we do not knock off half of the components that we have on the board. We have to be very careful. That's a big chip. Just wait until solder hardens on all components on the board. Keep it up, keep it up. I do not want to drag that chip so it doesn't drag all components with liquefied solder. Okay? So we are done removing that chip. And did MG Chemicals work? The conformal coating remover? I guess. We had a shiny surface before, and then we had less of a shiny surface. So we're gonna say it worked. I'm sure MG Chemicals will sponsor us now. We would benefit them more than they would benefit us. That's for sure. We're gonna apply leaded solder. We currently have unleaded on the board, and it's very difficult to work with unleaded because it takes a lot of heat. When I go over unleaded with my soldering iron, the soldering iron is removing unleaded because we are applying a lot of leaded. And for this, we're gonna be using NF.Mini the NorthridgeFix NF mini pen, the knife tip. I do not think we need anything bigger. I'm gonna clean the tip because I have some unleaded on it. NF mini pen is magic. If you are in the same type of business or you are doing this as a hobby and you want to buy one, just log into our site, NorthridgeFix.com, click on shop, add to cart. We sell everything from this genuine Amtech Flux. We are actually a major distributor of Amtech Flux. We have soldering stations, hot air stations, tweezers, braid wig, thermal cameras, this amazing microscope, the articulating arm for the microscope. Whatever you need, we have in our shop. Everything is in stock, unless of course the item is not in stock. Just add to cart, checkout, pay, and we almost always ship out same day. If you have ordered from us before, you know how fast we ship. And if you are new to the channel and you did not know that we sell all the tools, now you know. If you've heard this advertisement for 6 million times before, it's all right, just make it 6,000,001. You're not the only one watching the channel. We have new viewers every day, and they have to know. You know why? Because this is a business. We have to keep reminding people that we sell the tools and that we offer an amazing service. All the knowledge is shared on YouTube at no charge. You benefit, we benefit, and life is always give and take. You do not just take and not give, and you do not just give and not take. Now we're gonna jump over to the old customer's board. We need to remove this chip and put it on the other board. Now this chip here does not look too shiny. So maybe that conformal coating is already gone through the age. And I want to thank the person who mailed over this bottle. Really very thoughtful of you. If you know who you are, you can leave a comment down below. I never had the chance to thank you for sending this in. Even if it's a $1 bottle, it doesn't matter. It's the thought that counts. Like the guy from Thrifty Tool Shed who mailed over the silver markers. Very useful. It's not about the cost of the markers, but it's the thought that counts. I actually used it here, the silver marker. I used it to make the circles on the board. You can check out his channel on YouTube, Thrifty Tool Shed. Just applying some flux so we can help with the flow of solder. We do not have to. Because as somebody said in the comments, why do you use flux like you have truckloads of that flux? Because I do. We have truckloads of that flux. The amount I'm applying is microscopic. It looks like a lot, but it's only a drop. Just remember, we are under a microscope. You have to be generous when applying flux if you want to do a good job. All right, let's mark this chip with a check sign, which means that's the one that we want to use. We do not want to confuse it with the other one. Always mark your boards, your components, because you're gonna mess up. That's for sure. So the big circle is on top. where I marked it, and the small one is here, which is gone from wiping, but we do have the big one on top. Let's align the chip, then we're gonna reflow that chip in place. Now initially I told the customer we may have to replace this chip here, but it turned out that this is a switching power chip. We do not need to replace it. It doesn't contain any ROM, any information, just the power IC. But when the customer came in, I told them we may have to replace both if needed. Okay, so for the most part, the chip is aligned. It's gonna align itself even more when solder liquefies. So let's apply heat. Once I see that solder liquefied, I'm gonna push down on the chip. Okay, the chip went in place, and that's perfect. Now what we're gonna do is press down, squeeze, and apply heat. And then we're gonna check on the alignment of the chip from all sides. And I just burned my finger. Nice, very nice. Like one time, I was trying to remove a nail from a ceiling. So I got a hammer. You know, the hammer has the hook on one end. I put it on the nail, and I was trying to pull down, and the hammer, it slipped, and it hit my head. I split my head open from here. Blood was coming out. I did not feel anything, but I felt something dripping on my face. And I went like this. My hand was filled with blood. I put a towel on my head and I went to the hospital. And they said, sit and wait. So I went like this. I said, my head is open. You want me to sit and wait? They want you to fill papers and sit and wait. My head is split open. Just get me inside and then I'll fill the papers. And then the doctor said that we need to stitch that wound, like 6-7 stitches. And at that time I was concerned if I'm gonna have a scar right here. And the doctor was a lady. She said, a man is only a man if he has scars on his face. If that scar is gonna show, you're a lucky man. Girls like a man with scars. It doesn't matter to me, I'm married, but that's what she said. She made me feel like I should not have asked if that scar is gonna show on my face, on my head or not. It's totally gone. And I have a nose that's broken, martial arts, kickboxing. It broke from here. We were training and the other person just smacked me on the nose. And I have stitches right here. I used to professionally rollerblade when I was like 17, 18. And I was jumping stairs while doing a 360 and I landed on my shin. I lost consciousness for like a couple of minutes. And I have scars, many scars, on my leg, my knee, you name it. When the tough gets going, going gets tough, right? Or vice versa. So if you have a scar on your face, on your head, you're a lucky man. That's what the doctor said. We are done. The chip is right here. Maybe we can call the customer right now to come and pick up.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Omar? This is Alex.
What's going on, Alex?
How are you?
I'm doing well, yourself?
All right. I'm just calling to let you know that your board is ready for pickup.
Okay.
All right. I'll be here until 4.
Until 4. What time is it?
Right now.
It's 3 o'clock, so I'll be over there. I'll go over there right now.
All right. Awesome, man. Take care.
All right.
Bye. Done. Customers coming to pick up. And we are done. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll do something else in the next video.